Hi y'all, my name is Tiffany. My account on YouTube is Nerdy Dog Girl, but this video is not necessarily for dog collectors, but for people in general. Especially, I want to talk to the young kids out there who are struggling right now with bullying and depression, and contemplating suicide. This is a very hard video for me to make because it's a very painful past memory and past experience, but I think it's very important that the amount of posts and videos and news articles about children, young children especially, 10, 11, 12, being depressed and being bullied to the point that they don't want to live anymore has become so epidemic that it's terrifying. I have in the past contemplated suicide. I have cut myself. I have thought of ways to kill myself, and this stemmed from years of abuse, but also years of being bullied and made fun of and teased and picked on and beat up and tortured by other kids and and even adults. And I need you guys to listen to me when I say that it's not the end. It does not have to be the end. I know right now it is torturous and you feel like nobody else in this entire world can understand, can contemplate how bad and how tortured you are. But you are not alone. I need you to hear this. You are not alone. It doesn't matter if it's because of the way you look, because of the way you act, because of the way you dress, because you're gay, or because you're, it doesn't matter the reason that people are bullying you and treating you the way that they are. No one has a right to make you give up your life. No one. For years, I was tortured and beat up. I was named every name in the book. Fat, ugly, stupid. As a kid, I came to school one day and I had my pencil crayon bag, and my dog apparently had stuck his dog bone into my bag, and I didn't even see it, and I must have zipped it up. When I took it to school and I opened it up, there was the dog bone, and everyone just thought this was hilarious, and they were like, haha, dog, see, you're a dog. And every time I would go to school, they would tease me and pick on me and laugh at me. I am 6 foot tall and I have a learning disability, and I'm super sensitive and super emotional person. So that was like a giant bullseye on me. I was the brunt of the jokes. I was the person that you made fun of because I wouldn't fight back. And even if I did try and fight back, they had broken my spirit so much that I just didn't know what to do. I changed schools multiple times because I thought, well, maybe, that it's because of the school that I'm going to, but no matter where I would go, I would be picked on and teased and bullied. When I got into high school, I thought maybe that it would get better, but it didn't. Like I said, I'm a very emotional person. I'm very close to my friends. So a lot of times I'd be walking down the hall with my friends and talking to them and being, I love you, I care about you, I'd hug them when I saw them, and and other kids saw that and they thought that was something to make fun of me for. So I remember walking down the halls and they're screaming, "Lesbian!" Which, there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian, but I wasn't a lesbian. I just cared really deeply for my friends, and I am someone who likes to show that with hugs and stuff. And I laughed it off, and I was like, yep, I'm a lesbian. Yep, we love each other. But it hurt. And in high school, I was picked on by boys, who would, I had a boy would keep pestering me. He took a bottle cap and he put it on my ear and he started flicking it in my ear so that it would hurt my ear. And just all the way through my life, I've had people think of me as someone to be mean to and make fun of, and to find reasons to not like me. Even now, I am not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. But it is very hard on a person's soul. And with all of that, I ended up having a nervous breakdown when I was 16. And I ended up going into the hospital because I was suicidal. And I didn't want to live anymore because I felt like I never belonged in this world. I've never felt like I belonged. And so it just seemed like if I'm so horrible that everybody picks on me, then maybe I should just not be here anymore. And then that will solve the problem. And being tortured and picked on every day of your life, you do feel like there's no other hope. There's no other way to get away from it but to hurt yourself. I have scars from cutting myself because I thought that was the only way to get this horrible feeling about myself out. So, and I told my family that I was picked on. I told them I was desperate for them to fix the problem, and they couldn't fix the problem. We're supposed to be a society of no bullying, but it doesn't seem to make it go away. So I'm talking to you right now and saying, I understand where you are. I understand where you're coming from. But I need you to listen to something. I was at the lowest point of my life when I met my husband. I had been hurt so much and destroyed so much that I didn't think I had anything to offer anybody, let alone someone who could love me. Who could love me after everything that I've had seen? But he did. And I had to decide whether or not I was willing to fight for my life, to see if I could get better in life. And I did, and I am fighting every day to have a better life. But you know what? Ever since I met him, my life has gotten better. I have 2 amazing kids. I have amazing friends now. And even though it seemed like there was nothing and nobody for me, eventually I found those people. And you will too. Suicide is letting them win. It doesn't feel like it at that point. It doesn't feel like you're letting them win. It feels like it's the only way you have to get out. But it's not the only way. It's not. If I had not have stopped myself from doing it and letting those people dictate what I was going to do with my life, I wouldn't have the family I have now. I wouldn't be the person that I am now. Have people still made fun of me? Yes, of course. Especially being a YouTube person, you know, you get these nasty comments about the way you look, the way you sound, the way you act. People are mean and cruel and they want to hurt you because they're either hurting or they've been hurt by other people or they're just asses. But I know that I did the right thing by keeping my life, because we do only have one life. And I say, if people are making you feel this way, fuck them. Fuck them. Who are they to tell you that you're not worth it? Who are they to tell you that you're not a beautiful soul who deserves to have a life that makes you joyful and happy? They are no one. Because anyone who is worth your time and your love and your anything would never treat you like that. I want to share something with you guys. When I was going through my really, really hard times, I used writing and art to help me get through the really horrible things that were going on inside of me. I do recommend, if there's something that you can do, even if you can't draw, but you just scribble with crayons or whatever you need to do to get that feeling of anger and hurt and everything out, do it. If you're not hurting yourself or other people, then do it. And when I did that, I actually took those poems and I competed with 7,000 other poets and I won a publishing contract. Again, that would never have happened if I had given up on my life. So I just want to show you, this is my book. It's called Dark Voices, and the artwork is also by me. And there are some pictures in here. They're very disturbing pictures that I painted when I was in my very dark periods, but they helped me get the feelings out. So I'm going to read you the poem that I wrote that kind of talks about it. It's called Broken. The trees of my soul part and become broken. The wings of my strength grow tired and frail. The mirrors of myself become dusty and unrevealing. The arms of my heart become chained from all life, no longer free to love and hold true to love. Broken by the world's own hand, I am one, but I am many. Broken, yet fixed. Angry, yet afraid to scream. I am weak, but I am yet to be strong. Break me, for I have nothing to break. I am but a path with no ending, a sea with no shore. I grow tired and quiet, but there's no rest for the weary, and no dreams for the dead at heart. I hope that this video will help somebody. I hope that if you're listening to this and you're contemplating suicide, that you will stop and and think about how much life you have ahead of you and how strong you can be, because you can. You can do anything. You can, someday you will look back on your life and say, yeah, that was horrible, but look at where I am now. Look at who I am and what I've accomplished, because I would not let them stop me. And I know you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself. And if you can't do that, know that I believe in you. Thank you so much for listening.